Hey, what's up, listeners? Welcome to Mr. Rambles podcast. This is my first episode. I'm pretty fucking nervous. Honestly, I just feel like a fucking idiot talking to myself on this mic because I see a glare off my sliding glass door. I'm looking at myself like, what the fuck this asshole talking to? But hey, welcome to my first podcast. I hope you guys, stay and enjoy my content. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck to talk about. One day, I was just taking a shower. Those shower thoughts. You're just like, you know what? I should do a fucking podcast of my shower thoughts. Like at the moment, it feels like a fucking great idea. But like when I got the materials through Amazon, I was like, yo, this is too fucking real, man. But here I am, I guess. Hopefully, I did a lot of testing on the mic, the Yeti mic. Jesus, man. This is a pain in the ass. But whatever. It is what it is, right? Welcome to my fucking chaotic first minute. You guys are like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? I'm like, I don't know. But, man, 2021, man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, or this past year, 2020, let's talk about 2020. That shit's been a crazy fucking year, right? Man, people panicking over, like, everything. It's a lot of shit happened in 2020 that people can't recount. Most of all, like I've been in a rut. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, some of you guys, aren't bad, not bad, but like not as bad off in living situations. You know what I mean? Sorry, I fucked up there. I'm not gonna edit that. I'm gonna keep that shit in. But for real, let's hope everybody has a great 2021. Or 2021. Yes. Because my first day at January 1st, 2021, I woke up with a fucking random I could not hear out of my left ear. It was like a little fucking pressure in my left ear. I was like, dude, what a great start of the year. But shit happens in life, Alright, dude. Maybe some of you guys are going through rough patches like I was within this past year. And maybe, till this day, you're still, struggling to find a job, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Just, this is what I tell to myself back when I was, going to college. And I actually graduated. Somehow my dumb ass graduated. But, later on, you're like, Mr. Rambles, I think you're pretty smart. Like, nah, dude, I'm ready to skate by fucking getting my bachelor's. You know what I mean? But remember, this is what I tell to myself every time, there's a hard ass exam or so much shit is going on. I say to myself, don't give up. It's not over until it's over. You know what I mean? Like, if you still have time to do whatever the fuck to fix it. You know what I mean? It's not over until it's officially over. So yeah, that's my thing. I'm just, I'm straight out of, college. I graduated, having my bachelor's. Man, I thought I'd get a job, out in the world, But the fucking corona pandemic bullshit happened, Oh, excuse me. Got a little burpee there. But yeah. But it was weird because I was still going to college like when it first popped off in mid February, I think. It started like people started taking that shit seriously. So we transitioned from, you know, going in person class to online class for all like the future people out there, future students out there, or current students, man. This online thing is pretty hard. Everyone's trying to figure out what the hell to do, man. It's such a bullshit. You pay tuition just to go shit online. Man, for me, it's hard for me to learn online, to be honest. I need to actually be in the classroom. For some reason, like just being in that environment just makes me feel a lot better about learning than doing the online shit. I mean, luckily I just need a few classes to skate by. You know what I mean? But yeah. People that can't find jobs or lost their jobs to the fucking pandemic, man, I feel for you guys, man. It's fucking hard for everybody. I'll be real with you guys. I don't know what to tell you, man. Just hang on in there. Look, man. I'm not fucking Houdini. I don't know what to tell you guys about, losing your jobs or can't finding a job. Shit, I can't find a job, man. Yeah, I was on Indeed, filling out looking for jobs. Man, this is a bad time to find a job. Graduating and finding a job. Terrible time. Unemployment. Getting unemployment. Insurance pay or whatever the hell. They barely give us any to fucking survive. And the stimulus check, forget about it. Jeez, I don't want to talk about this negative shit, man, but this is what like the common people, because I'm not gonna be like one of those famous people talking about random shit. Like I don't know what to talk about. You know what I mean? I know I'm a dumbass. People that have degrees like, oh, but I majored in fucking biology, or I'm a major in biology, or fucking I'm a physicist or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Some like, oh, but this and that. Nah, I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? I don't act like I'm better than anyone just because I have a piece of paper that said I went to school for X amount of years and I just got enough credits to have that degree. I'm not like that. But man, I'm sorry for that fucking noise. Jesus, I don't know how often that does. I don't know if you guys hear that noise, but I'm sorry for that. It's like the toilet is just like as if it was like resetting its tank, like filling in water, but I didn't use that toilet in a while. But anyways, that's some ramble shit. You know what I mean? This is why I named myself Ramble, Mr. Rambles, or Mr. Ramble Rants. I don't know. My life's pretty chaotic, man. I do shit like fucking on the impulse, But I actually have to commit because I actually bought the shit, But yeah, like, man, what a great first podcast, right? We're almost 7 minutes in. I sound like a fucking tweaker talking about random shit, or I sound like a grandpa, just on rambling. Let's talk about some happy shit, man. Oh man, I wish. Actually, let me tell you a little story of my life. Let's see, what was a little funny story? Maybe. The only funniest story I can remember is, oh man, all right. When I was a little kid, right, I was 6 years old, and I had this biggest crush on this girl in my class, right? I'm not gonna say her name, and just call her Barbie. Just call her Barbie, yeah. And before summer break started, I stood up on my, those first grader chairs, like the little dinky little chairs you stand on. I stood on top of it, at the top of my lungs. I love Barbie, and one day I'll marry her. Oh man, since it's near, fucking Valentine's Day, I'll share like a love story and whatnot, and that shit is. I remember my teacher. I think the whole class just like looked at me. I don't know why I did that. To this day, I don't know why I did that. I think the funniest thing was, I think during recess, she actually. I think she gave me like a piece of paper with her phone number on it, but for some fucking reason, I just took it and I just gave it to like another random person. I just ran away. I don't know why I did that. I was just scared. Maybe a little kid me knew I was afraid of commitment or some shit. Who the fuck knows why? But yeah, that's a little, pre-Valentine's Day story. Maybe I'll do like a Valentine's Day special podcast, whatever the fuck. Maybe the tragic love story, that I had, because, for all the single people out there, because I'm pretty sure all the single people aren't enjoying Valentine's Day. It's just being reminded, like, man, I'm fucking single, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'm getting, like, demonetized saying the F word a lot. Hopefully I don't. Jesus. Well, I'm not even getting paid anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hopefully my video or channel doesn't take it down, my first video. But yeah, I don't know what because you're supposed to go have a game plan when you do videos, like, oh, what's going to be your demographic, blah, blah. Dude, to be honest, I have no idea what my demographic is going to be like. I really don't. Hopefully my demographic is just the average listener that's just like, wants to like, I don't know, driving somewhere long to hear some fuckwit rambling on some shit, just distracting your lives, or distracting, with your life, just, whatever the fuck. I'm here just rambling, my mouth off. So you don't want to think about your current bullshit you're going through. Because that's what I do sometimes, when I'm going through a rut or just want to forget about my problems just for a few minutes or an hour or just procrastinate. I just listen to some bullshit. I like just keep my mind off things. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just doing this because you know what the funniest thing was? My first idea wasn't to do a podcast. It was just to read, books and recording it and, because I was in college, I cannot fucking read books for the life of me. Like I know I'm circling back to college, but I'm just this is my first, I guess, semester off because I finished college or university in the fall of 2020, and this is like spring of 2021. And the first, this wasn't my first idea of doing this podcast type of thing. Honestly, I was gonna read like all these not textbooks, like novel books, because I cannot, for the love of me, for the life of me, I cannot read fucking textbooks. But I'm not gonna read textbooks because that shit's gonna bore the living hell out of me. But I'm gonna read novels, at least it's like a story, because there's a few books that I just had so much problem reading. Oh my god, I'd never liked reading since I was a kid, and then for some reason how I passed college without reading textbooks, like that you're assigned to, is just a mind blower to me. And like Jesus, and those books aren't cheap at all. They're like at least $200 or something. Like, jeez, man, talk about a fucking ripoff, right? But yeah, I thought I was gonna read like these novel books that these professors assigned me, and hopefully some of these, hopefully I help out these students just like me, because some of us I could not afford Audible. I cannot afford Audible until I got like a free trial for. I wish I learned this earlier because I thought Audible was just you had to pay for it. I mean, you do, but I think if you had Amazon Prime, you have somewhat a free Audible. Don't quote me on this, but you gotta do your own research. So I thought I was gonna read like Gang Leader for a Day by Sudhir Venkatesh, or the other book I'm looking at right now is Inside This Place, Not of It: Narratives from Women's Prisons. You already, or like other like novel books, or even like those books you had to read in high school, like Of Mice and Men, 1984, Fahrenheit 451 or something. I cannot remember. Fahrenheit something. Some other books. Oh, The Great Gatsby. Oh my god. I did not enjoy I think that was the most mundane book I ever read or just try to read in high school. My god. I don't think I ever enjoyed a book reading in high school. It's just so fucking boring. And maybe I liked 1984 because that was like a wild like world that that would never happen. But yeah, if you're into conspiracy theories like I am, man, our world is becoming like 1984. We just don't fucking see it yet. We're just too distracted on our phones, on social media. It's crazy, but I'm believing, conspiracy theories for another podcast. Only if like my listeners want to, just comment below. You're like, hey, I want to hear this conversation or that. Like what my thoughts are on this shit. But I'm not gonna go deep in, conspiracy theories and whatnot. In the first episode, people think I'm gonna be like, I don't know, like Alex Jones or some shit. And I don't want to give that impression. I'm just some regular dude, that likes to ramble about some bullshit. That's all I wanted to do. But but going back to like that, cannot read. I don't think I ever read a book or a novel that were assigned in high school for damn sure. I read probably the first sentence. I just got bored out of my mind. Believe it or not, I just got really bored out of my mind just reading the goddamn textbooks, or not textbooks, sorry, novels we had to read. And I just read, you know what I did? I went on Spark Notes. I went on Spark Notes just to cheat, to see like what the summary of each chapter, because I could not read that for the life of me. Maybe I even watched like a video like summary on YouTube of like all the books we were assigned, because I just did not give a living hell. Man, you can only imagine my grades on the on the essays we had to write, on the books we had to read. Oh my god. Man, the thing about back in high school, man, like back in high school, I don't know, maybe some of you guys just hated high school, like I hated high school too, but just maybe not the school part, but just being like in your early teens or mid teens, just not like no bills to pay. Well, majority of it. I'm not gonna talk about like, yeah, when I was 14, I had to pay bill, blah 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 blah. Like nah. I mean, I'm not gonna say all, but I think for some of us, we just, I just want to be 15 again. Not a lot of issues in the world. Not a lot of issues. Not going through a lot of shit when you're in teens. You think you went a lot through your teens, man. Once our adult life, we should laugh at our teen selves. Like, man, I thought that was the biggest issue in my life. Holy crap. Just maybe put comment down below. You just want to, experience like one day of you being a teen again, just simpler times, before you had to grow up and just be fucking miserable and find a job and shit like that, Man, for fucking 17 minutes or almost 17 minutes, I said a lot of shit. Hopefully it's all recorded, because I did so much fucking testing on these things, man. Oh my god. I bought like the Yeti mic, the goddamn pop filter. I even bought the foam filter and everything, and so when you hear the p sound too hard, like pizza please with pepperoni. Yeah, if you guys hear like a hard p sound, I am so sorry. Like, they probably ripped me off. This is some bullshit lies, or it could be worse without all these goddamn filters. Oh man, this is the sad part is, oh my god, I don't want to go in that conversation right now. Honestly, I'm snubbed. I usually could just yap my lip off when I'm taking a shower. Like when I'm taking a shower, it's like non-stop thinking. But now I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to say. Maybe I said all the fuck I want. Maybe next time I should just write like on my phone what the fuck to write. Like just write little spark notes. Little spark notes to myself to say what like conversation topics I should talk about, than just like thinking shit off my head. But I wouldn't be called Mr. Rambles, will I? Yeah. Just I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty down because obviously, I'm maybe not obvious, but like I'm single right now. It's February. Valentine's Day. It's just you just like it's hard because I'm in like, I'm not old, or some people think I'm old. I mean, my little cousins do. But I'm hitting my mid-20s. Went through so many fucking relationships. Talked to so many females. I'm not saying I'm a player or anything, but just I did not. I was not picky. I'll tell you that, man. And I thought and this is gonna be the hard times for us, like people like that are single, and just wow, I was loud when I did that. I could see like the little waves on the fucking computers. I'm sorry if that broke your fucking ears. I gotta edit that if that happened. But yeah, like dating like these days, not like in general, but like right now during the pandemic, it's so fucking hard because like you can't go outside unless you don't give a fuck, and then who gives a fuck? Social distancing and shit like that. Do people like give a shit about social distancing? Because I'm like, because when I go to like grocery stores, no one's 6 feet apart. Like we're standing near each other, but within 6 feet, but not like we're not like shoulder to shoulder next to each other. We're right next to each other. Dating, man. Like going back to dating, like man, how we're supposed to find dates in general, or find a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever they identify as, like during the pandemic. And I feel, because it's gonna hit, because I don't think this bullshit is gonna end soon. It's gonna be like 2 years of like wasted from our lives, unless the pandemic didn't start us. Again, I'm not telling you, like, hey man, don't be such a pussy, it's just the flu. I was like, oh no, the flu's gonna kill us. I'm like, dude, look, you can believe whatever you believe. Please don't be political on this fucking channel. Just try to keep it neutral. Try to keep it Switzerland up in here, because I don't want to be controversial and my channel taken down. But yeah, we're supposed to, like, in your mid-20s, you're supposed to find your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and just date them, and potentially be marrying them. But now it seems like a difficult process now, because you can't go out on dates because most of the shit's closed. I mean, depending where you live, but majority of things you can't enjoy as much, whatever the fuck. So I honestly, if you have an idea of work around on dates or whatever the fuck, please leave in the comments below, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one thinking about this. I'm pretty sure other people, just put your ideas in the comments below. Man, I don't know what to tell you guys, but this dating thing, through many failed relationships, you have to, honestly, there's so much shit I have to say, but maybe, do I want to save it to like the Valentine's Day special for the singles? Because I'll release like a podcast on Valentine's Day, so you guys can listen to it and not be lonely, like I am, drinking a little Jack Daniels and crying. Who the fuck knows, right? But yeah, I don't know. If there's one thing I learned from relationships, is that don't bring in your baggage. Meaning, or recognize you have a baggage and you try to work on it. That's what I mean. I'm a fucking moron. See, I'm still single. No, but here's the thing. Like, I had baggage from my previous relationships, and I brought it to one of my relationships, right? And it was just toxic as fuck. Now I'll say it, because fuck it. I'm an average person. I'm not trying to hide like I'm the perfect guy, because I'm not. I was cheated on, or I was used by other girls as whatever the fuck, and like as if I was nothing to them, and then I fucking got jealous. Not jealous, but like kind of a little mad, because like, when the girl says, "Oh, don't worry, he's just a friend," at first, I was like, yeah, girls and guys can be friends. But then after, like, I think, how many times did that happen to me? It didn't happen once. I know it was more than once. Maybe all I can remember is twice. It happened to me twice. It broke my fucking heart. Because they were just, those guys weren't really just friends. They were just there when me and her had fights. Shoulder to cry on. Then bam, they started dating. or cheating on me, whatever. And then I brought that to my other relationship, and it just did not work well. I was like, oh, he's not just a friend. He's not just, blah, blah, blah. And it just became toxic. And after that, a breakup, I had a self-realization. Like, damn, I was a piece of shit. I mean, like, I have to say my part. I'm not going to say what her part was of, because we both had issues. I think we weren't just ready for a real relationship yet. But I think I'll explain that on my Valentine's Day special, for the singles, because that relationship I had, there was just so much shit I can just say. So yeah, that's it, man. So I mean, this podcast isn't done yet, but man, this can be the worst podcast. Hopefully, I'll be better in the future ones because I stutter a lot. Because I don't have a fat tongue, that makes me stutter. But who knows, man? Who knows? Hopefully this mic's fucking good. Hopefully it's not trash. Cause I see it's some fucking big wavelengths. As if I fucking did a loud noise. I was really loud or some shit. Yeah, man. Enough about this sad bullshit. Let's talk about some joyful and happy. What's happy that I could talk about? To be honest, nothing recent I can find happy about my life right now. Maybe it's my perspective, Maybe perspective in life needs to change. All I could think of every time I think of happiness, I just think of Christmas. As a kid, I always revert back to a kid because maybe like those are simpler times for me. Even though I went through a lot of shit as a kid, maybe I'll explain later on what the fuck happened to my kid days. I don't know what the terminology is to say, but yeah, I always revert back to Christmas. As being happy. Man, I think one of my favorite Christmas because I didn't grow up rich, but I didn't grow up super poor. I just grew up, not as lucky as other kids because I remember my other cousins, they had Game Boys and shit like that and consoles. I I did not have any of those. As a little kid, I think I was like 5 years old. I wanted that Game Boy Color or Game Boy Color Advance or whatever the hell it was called. It was like purple. And I really wanted that. And for some reason, I thought I could buy it with $1 because, it was like 1.00, but I didn't know the difference between 100.00 and 1.00. I just saw the same numbers. So I think I went to like some type of game shop. It wasn't GameStop. It was like some type of like game shop area. They sell video games. I remember I went there with my $1 bill. I wanted to buy the Game Boy Color. I think that people laugh and say it wasn't enough. I was so confused as a little kid. I tried to pay for a Game Boy Color with $1, thinking it was like 100. Yeah, I didn't learn. I learned the difference between 1.00 than 100.00. But I remember for Christmas, I think I was like 6. I got a fucking Game Boy. God, I love that thing, man. I think what was my first game? I can't remember. My first game was like it was like I was an airplane that just like dropped bombs or whatever the hell. It was like some 2D type of thing. But I played that thing half to hell. But I had like Super Mario as well. I think Super Mario Advance 2 or some shit, whatever the hell it was. I think that was the game I played the most. Man, that Game Boy sucked because it didn't have like because you couldn't charge it. You had to use 2 AA batteries, and like you had to be like at a certain lighting to play on it too. You didn't have like the brightness settings. It just had one setting. It had to be like you had to be like in sunlight or some shit to play or whatever the hell. Man, but I love that thing, man. I played that thing half to hell, man. I think I still have it to this day. There's somewhere in my room. I just keep it as a memorabilia at that point. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. But should I end this podcast now? Yeah. Yeah, it's about to hit the 30-minute mark, and I'll hopefully. Oh man, that was loud. Hopefully, you enjoy this podcast. I'll probably be better on my second one, or hopefully I get better throughout the fucking times I do podcasts, It's just me just rambling on. That's why I named myself Mr. Rambles or Mr. Ramble Rants. I still have no idea. I'm recording right now without having a YouTube channel set up yet. So, all right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this fucking rambling. Hopefully I get better. But for now, I think this is it. Hope you guys have a good night, a good morning, and I'll see you guys next time.